50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome in everyone to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 579. Today is Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. And kid basketball is back. It was nice to see last night on NBC.
Yeah, first game, double overtime. Great to see. I think it was a great battle by the Rockets and the Thunder. Going to be interesting tonight as well, Dill. Let's get into it.
Yeah, got a loaded episode for you guys. We'll recap everything. We'll get into Sunday Night Football. We didn't discuss that. The Monday Night doubleheader. Texans stink. I'm done betting them. We'll talk about opening night. Like Elvis said, doubleheader. I mean, it went down to the wire. I mean, that fourth quarter from SGA was... He might be the best player. Like, he is so fucking good. We got NFL Week 7 power rankings. Got a new number one in my top in my rankings. We'll talk about Thursday Night Football, the Vikings and the Chargers. We got picks, props for that. Kind of 12-game NBA slate tonight. We only got – it's so weird. They had 2 on Tuesday, 12 on Wednesday, and then just 2 on Thursday. So it's crazy. Well, we also got World Series predictions. Game 1 is Friday between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. But I do want to start Sunday night. You were on the right side. 49ers take care of business at home. Not the best performance by Mac Jones, I thought, but he did what he needed to do to win the game. Obviously, it was a Christian McCaffrey game, and that's how I handicapped it. I said if they stop Christian McCaffrey, they should win this game. There was just no stopping him that night.
Yeah, we get there with 49ers. Like you said, Mac Jones didn't play. I'll be honest, he didn't have a good game. But when CMC have a game like that, it's just flat out special. We know last week Bijan had that huge game. CMC followed it up against Bijan Dill. 129 on the ground, 72 in the air, 2 tutties, over 200 yards all-purpose Dill. He's looking vintage CMC Dill. This is a great side for the 49ers team. With all the injuries they're dealing, all the wide receivers, the quarterback, the defensive side of the ball, 2 All-Pros being out, you got vintage CMC showing up, I'm going to be honest, every single week this year. So that's a great sign for the 49ers, a healthy CMC. Still, this 49ers team, even with dealing with all the injuries, they're 5-2. Mac Jones is 4-1 as a quarterback. Who would have thought? So,
Not me.
Great performance. Once again, I think my ticket for preseason for Kyle Shanahan Coach of the Year is looking better and better. He's definitely not the favorite, but it's looking better and better. And for the other side, Michael Penix Jr., I don't think he played that horrible. I think the running game struggled a little bit. And let's be honest, though, Atlanta Falcons are a dome team. They're a home team. So I think it was just a tough spot, for them to go Monday night or Monday evening to whatever it's called now, to Candlestick, and to pull off a victory against a pesky 49ers. Levi. Yeah. Against a pesky good 49ers team. Even though they're dealing with a lot of injuries, they're still a good team, and they still got CMC in the backfield.
Yeah, I thought what was really troubling, they just couldn't stop the run. For as good of a defense, they had, 174 yards compared to just 62. Robert Salah had himself a game. I mean, what he was able to do with that defense without Bosa, without Fred Warner, holding Bijan Robinson to 40 yards on the ground, 62 total. Tyler Algier had 16. And then, they passed the ball well, but it just wasn't enough. I know Bijan had that receiving touchdown, but Drake London couldn't get going. Kyle Pitts had a pretty good game, but no one was really able to push the needle down the field a little bit. And, they leaned on Christian McCaffrey. They killed time of possession as well. And when you have that, when you have a good running game, time of possession, no penalized, Falcons has 6-7 penalties, you're going to win the game, especially at home with Shanahan. So, yeah, good call on you. I should have known. I said it all year. They're a dome team. I should not be betting on the Atlanta Falcons on the road. So that one is on me. That's a bad job handicapping, but you get there with the 49ers. And then Monday night, we'll start with the early game. Detroit Lions, man. Another bad handicap spot for me because I thought, you know what, 6 points, too much for Baker. He's on the road. Man, he didn't look good. The whole team did not look good. The defense didn't look good. Detroit, after a loss at home, it should have been a no-brainer for us. They came out of the gate hot. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a really good game. I'm going to go on record. Jahmyr Gibbs is probably the best running back in the league. He needs to be recognized more because what he's able to do, not just running the ball, catching the ball as well. I don't know too many guys that could do what he did. And the Lions, don't remember, 2-3 years ago when they drafted him out of Alabama, they got a lot of slack. They were like, oh, why would you draft a running back that high, this, that, and the third? In my opinion, he's the best running back in the league.
It's hard to disagree. I don't think it's a crazy statement, though, after the performance he just had on the Monday night stage against a 5-1 Tampa team at the moment. Though, I'm going to start with Tampa. I think Baker Mayfield had arguably his worst outing, not of the season, possibly as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, though. Baker did not look good. We saw multiple. It was too many to count. I wish I wrote it down, but it was too many to count. Overthrows. Like, he had Tez Johnson wide open for a touchdown in the corner, though. He just overthrew him by a mile. He could have. You said that the whole team looked bad. You said defense played bad. I think the defense played well enough to win a game. If you tell me my defense held the Detroit Lions to 24 points at Ford Field, I think that's a pretty good job, if you ask me. Yeah. Let's not forget, they were the number one scoring offense in NFL history through the first 5 weeks of the season. So
only 10 points in the second half.
To me, the defense played well. They was able to force a couple of turnovers. So I think the defense. I think Todd Bowles called himself a good game. If I'm Todd Bowles, I expected Baker Mayfield to win me that game if I held the Lions to 24 points. I think the solo loss came to the running game. I'm gonna give 30% of the blame to the running game, 40% to Baker Mayfield. I'm gonna give 50% to Baker Mayfield, and I'm gonna give 20% to the young offensive play caller deal, just because. I understand you're dealing with Chris Godwin. Mike Evans gets hurt in the first quarter. He was 0 for 0. Emeka, he wasn't 100%. Clearly, you out there with your 4th, 5th, 6th string wide receivers. Cade Otton was your number one target throughout the night. He had 9 targets, 7 receptions. So, with what Baker was working with, it's hard to fault him, but I saw too many overthrows. Clearly, in my opinion, Baker's worst game of the season and possibly as a Buccaneer. Jared Goff was good, wasn't great. And, if you look at the numbers, 20 for 29, 241 with a tutty. He did take 4 sacks still. He had a QBR of 29. He wasn't that great. I think, Jahmyr Gibbs had a great performance. I think Amon St. Brown with that huge early touchdowns, he had himself a good day. But, if Jahmyr Gibbs, let's just say, like you said, if they're able to, like you said about Sunday Night Football, they were able to control CMC, maybe the game goes a different way. If Tampa was able to control Jahmyr Gibbs, hey, we would have saw an ugly, sloppy game. So give credit for the Detroit Lions. They look good defensively, Dill. They got something brewing over there. I understand Tampa's dealing with injuries, but Dill, we saw them. Sack Baker Mayfield 4 times. Caused multiple fumbles. How many fumbles that interception? If you saw it, I forgot the kid's name, but let's not forget Detroit was playing with a bunch of second strings in a secondary. That interception when he tackled and went for the ball against Cade Otton, that was an amazing interception. So I feel like the defense was the story of the night for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, and it just looked like a game that. They won all those close games earlier in the season with all the injuries, but it just looked like this was a game they couldn't overcome. This is a really good team coming off a loss on the road, and they were fired up. Dan Campbell probably got on them all fucking week, and they played the first quarter like that. They came out of the game hot. They went right down the field, and they scored immediately. So, Yeah, I thought outside of that interception, I thought Jared Goff played good. Only 9 incompletions.
Yeah.
He had the 1 turnover. Unfortunate to see Mike Evans go down. They didn't want to rule him out for the whole season, but it's hard to come back. I mean, broken collarbone. Todd Bowles labeled it as significant time. He's going to be out till probably December, January if they can make a run. So that's unfortunate. We're definitely not going to get 1,000 yards from Mike Evans this year. So that's out the window, my ticket. But I mean, 8-9 years in a row? So that streak has been amazing for Mike Evans.
I think it was 10 because this is his 11th year.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not going to take too much away from the Bucs. It was a bad game. It was arguably the worst game they played this season, but they were missing a lot of people, and Baker didn't play good at all.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and the Lions are that good.
Yeah, and the Lions are arguably the best team in the league. So, yeah. And then the second game, another game, handicapped it the wrong way. Good job on you, Seattle, taking care of business.
This is why we're partners, Dill. If you don't get it, hopefully I get it. And it worked out that way.
Yeah, 27-19. I'm done betting on the Texans. I know I say that about a bunch of teams, but this team is another team that just can't run the ball. They just can't run the ball at all. Like Nick Chubb is dookie. Nico Collins got a concussion. He's out for the next 2-3 games. We'll see how the concussion protocol goes. Outside of Dalton Schultz, I didn't think anyone played well. The defense played okay at times. I thought in the fourth quarter they played okay, but I just think Sam Darnold is that good. And I mentioned it, hey, in Sunday Night Football, we're going to keep referring to it. If you could just stop CMC, you could arguably win the game. I said, hey, if you could just stop JSN, you could win the game. Jahmyr Gibbs is the best running back in the league. It's hard to say JSN is not the best receiver in the game. I mean, credit to you. You called it 2 years ago that this man is on the rise. He's not on the rise anymore, kid. He's here. 8 catches, 123 yards. We get there with the longest reception by 1 yard, over 25.5. He catches it with the 26-yarder down the sideline. But, I mean, it's hard to stop a team that they don't turn the ball over. They play good defense. They have a true number one. They have a two-headed monster in Chardonnay and Kenneth Walker. By the way, nasty work from Mike McDonald giving Chardonnay 2 touchdowns on Kenneth Walker's birthday. Nasty.
Never didn't take that into consideration.
No, me either. But great team win again from Seattle, and this team is legit, kid. They're 5-2.
Yeah, Dill, we get there. I was heavy on Seattle. I told a lot of my coworkers, take Seattle tonight. A lot of people ate, Dill, so I'm happy about that. I just didn't see it with the Houston Texans, Dill. I understand before their bye weeks, they showed their offense finally woke up, scored more than 20 points in the game. It was against the Titans and the Ravens. No disrespect to the Ravens and the Titans, but at the time, Ravens was a bottom 3 defense, and the Titans is a bottom 2 team. So maybe bottom 3 team. So I didn't take that too much into consideration. I was like, let's see what they did against good teams, though, and they didn't show up. Look what they did the first 3 weeks of the season. Didn't look good. Seattle's a good team, Dill. I think Mike McDonald was going to have the boys show up. And you talked about it prior. They haven't been good at home. I was like, they're going to show up tonight at home, Dill. Monday night stage, Dill, and Sammy D wasn't great. Played well enough to win the game. Like you said, that dual threat with Kenneth Walker and Chardonnay, they ain't Sonic and Knuckles, but they're making some magic over there. I like what I'm seeing up in Seattle. JSN, though. He might, I'm going to still give the title to, my top 3 is Jamar Chase, Justin, CD. You can make a case JSN is number 4 right now. I'm not disagreeing. He's
playing the best.
Last 3 weeks of the NFL, he's been the best wide receiver in football. I know Jamar Chase had those 16 receptions, but JSN, you can't deny he's been great.
Doing it all year.
And he also lead the league in receiving yards right now because Puka got hurt.
And he's top 4 in catches.
So I got him at 4. He's top 4 in catches. So, Dale, I love where the Seattle team is trending. They're trending the right way. Sammy D is proving not just me wrong, a lot of people wrong. There was something I'm not gonna say something's cooking up in Seattle, but it's definitely something fun to watch.
It's crazy because I was on them preseason. Like, this team is going to be good. The defense, they
You
don't have
was.
that. They don't have that one guy on defense, but they're good on all three levels. And then I'm sitting here fading them at home. Can we have a conversation about CJ Stroud? Now, I think if you redraft everyone, I think he goes 1 instead of Bryce Young. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't want to count CJ out because I got a soft spot for him. He's an Ohio guy. But man, he has regressed. You want to talk about I forgot who you said about Baker missing open throws. CJ Stroud has not looked good either.
Nah, he's been struggling though. Even back to last season, he didn't look as good as his rookie season. He doesn't look as sharp. There's a lot of film on him now. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna say it got something to do with the horrific offensive line. That's a bottom 10 offensive line in football. He has a bottom. I didn't look at the numbers. I'm gonna assume a bottom 10 rushing attack. So that doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. So yes, CJ definitely regressed. But is he all to blame?
No, he's not. Is this the best conference? Is this the best division in football, though? Three-way tie for first place with San Francisco, Seattle, and Los Angeles, 5-2.
I'm gonna say absolutely no doubt. Yeah, best division in football. Because I'm gonna say two are contenders, and if another team gets healthy, I think they could all three compete for the NFC.
Who do you think has the best offense between the three?
When healthy, the Rams.
See, I would say the same thing, but Seattle's scored more points this season.
I know, but who do you trust more in a playoff game? Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, the Hall of Famer. I agree. I'm just saying what the numbers are telling me right now.
I understand that. That's why I emphasize playoff game.
Who do you think has the best defense? Because I think the numbers would actually surprise you.
It might be the Rams or Seattle. It's definitely not
No, San Francisco's actually allowed the most points outside of Arizona between these three teams.
No, I said either the Rams or Seattle. It's definitely not
the Rams. They've only allowed 117 points this season.
Yo, that defense is for real. That defense is better than a lot of people anticipated, even me.
Yeah.
People sleeping on the Rams defense.
Very fun division. We'll see what all happens. We'll see where they are in your top 10 in just a few. But yeah, that was it. Overall, we hit our prop. I did not hit my best bet. So 1-1 on the Monday show. How did you do?
2-1, 1-1. Didn't get there with the prop. Rashad Wright was honestly on
it comes to an end.
Yeah, it comes to an end on a five win streak on the player prop. So finally lost. I'm not gonna say finally because nobody wants that.
No.
But we did lose on the player prop, but we got there with the Seattle best bet -3.
People want to know, not me, but people want to know, are you going to start dabbling a little more into player props for the NBA?
I had one for tonight. So I had one for tonight. I remember I did take Steph over 25.5. The boy got stuck at 23. So Steph, you owe me some dollars. You lucky I was heavy on the Golden State money line.
So I went, all right, that's a perfect transition because last night I took KD over 24.5 points. He had 16 going into half. Yeah. He scored one basket in the second half in double overtime and then fouled out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
If it makes you feel better, I hit +110 or +111. KD 20+ points, Thunder money line. Sweaty.
I did. We had a profit boost for the blue app, and I had OKC money line and Golden State -2.5. It was like +310, so we cashed that.
Nice.
It was sweaty though early. I'm not gonna lie. 125 to 124, and everybody. I talked to you. I talked to other people online. Everybody. I was listening to podcasts. Everyone and their mother was on OKC. I mean, kid, without Fred VanVleet. Sandgun is for real. That kid is nice. 39 points, 11 rebounds. He had 7 assists as well. KD had 23. Amen Thompson. He left the game, I think, with like half crampness, they said. So he'll be fine. But and And like I said, SGA for the first 3 quarters,
Clamps.
he was on clamps. He didn't have the best game, but man, that fourth quarter, he erupted. 24 of the 35 points came in the fourth quarter. He unloaded, and this was without Jameis Williams, too. They're number 2. And, we talk about bigs, Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid. See, I could be nice. We got to start talking about Chet Holmgren. I mean, in the first half, he balled out. He led he was second in the.
He started perfect.
Yeah.
He didn't miss the shots. I think 4 minutes left in the second.
11 for 17. He had 28 points. He had 7 rebounds, 2 assists. It was nice to see Adon Mitchell. He had 16 off the bench as well. So it was a nice group collective win. They need to improve a little bit, but it was good to get the win at home.
Yeah, I think that this was a great performance by the Houston Rockets. If I'm Ime Udoka, I'm happy. You were competitive. You fought. No, like you said, no free, but still, I like that Reece Shepard got 28 minutes. I understand he didn't.
Yeah.
He did brick a lot of shots, but I think if Reece Shepard gets a little more playing time, I wouldn't be surprised if he is starter sometime this season. So I like everything I saw. Enos, he's good. Like I said, Reece Shepard, Sugan, he had himself a game. I did not expect a 39 ball from him. He banked a shot, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Still, he's doing a little bit of all. Shout out him. He's from Turkey. So Kevin Durant, at 37, 38 years old, though, he still looks. First half, he looked elite.
First half.
He looked elite. First game of the season, he probably a little tired. Though. Second half came on a little quick. I think Jabari Smith Jr. had himself a pretty good game. Overall, the Thunder played well. They came out a little sloppy, like you said. SGA slow first half. Everybody started a little slow, but Chet. So shout out Chet. He came ready to play. And not for none, I like the OKC rings. Cool first rings.
I was just gonna comment on that. I thought the rings were cool. I thought they were cool. What did you think of the music, the old school music? Because I don't want to date ourselves, but we remember dating back to the music on NBC and the NBA on NBC. I thought it was very nostalgic. I liked it.
Yeah, I think NBC. I know a lot of people were upset about the TNT, not renewing the contract and everything. But I think NSB and C.
NBC.
NBC. I think they're going to take off and have a great job. You had Mello, VC, Tracy there. So they're going to have a great staff. We saw the little interview with Michael Jordan.
I was just going to say, did you see that?
Yeah. I saw the interview with Michael Jordan. And let's not forget, people, he's going to be doing this all season long. So I don't know if it's going to be just like a halftime thing or it's going to be pregame, after game, during doubleheaders. Not sure, but we're going to have Michael Jordan, commenting or giving his opinions throughout the season. So I think that's also exciting as well.
I was captivated. I'm not the biggest, obviously, Michael Jordan fan, but I thought it was pretty cool, honestly. The one-on-one with Mike Tirico, he's a legend journalist as well. I thought it was very cool. So we'll see what tonight's on ESPN. We'll see how the show is tonight. But
Shaq, Charles, Kenny, everybody. Yeah. So
we'll see how that goes. And then the late game, we had the Warriors. They cruised to a 119-109 win over the Los Angeles Lakers. Kid, this just looked like a Laker team outside of Luka, who I mean, those are video game numbers: 43, 12, and 9. Outside of him, though, they look like they miss LeBron a lot, and I don't want to rush them back, but man, they need him because Austin Reeves can't be the number 2. And DeAndre Ayton looked lost out there. He looked very confused out there. I only watched the first half, but I'm picking rolls up on the top. He was going the wrong way, and it just looked like a guy that didn't get a lot of reps with the team. Gabe Vincent didn't look good. He shot poorly. Hachimura didn't shoot well. No one on the team shot well outside of Luka and Austin Reeves. You can't win a game like that, especially against Steph, Draymond. Jimmy Butler had a hell of a game as well. So, and shout out my boy Buddy Hield, 17 off the bench. Even though you didn't get my rebounds, 17 off the bench as well. But And shout out Al Horford. This is last season, so I'm rooting for Al Horford.
Yeah, Dill. Shout out Golden State taking care of business. Um, Jimmy Butler had himself a game. I think Jonathan Kuminga, for all the offseason noise and contract issues, to him to start this game and go 4 for 6 from 3-point line, nine rebounds, 6 assists, 17 points. To me, that's impressive. I think Jonathan Kuminga, if he's that consistent third offensive option, I think the Golden State Warriors could contend this season if Jonathan Kuminga and Steve Kerr could get along. If he's that steady third option, because we know Jimmy Butler, especially playoff Jimmy, he's going to show up. Steph Curry's greatest shooter of all time. He's going to show up. Draymond, he's going to be ready talking his shit and playing that defense. So if Buddy Hield could come off the bench, Payton and them could stay healthy, and Jimmy Butler and Kuminga do their thing alongside Steph, I like this Golden State team. And on the opposite side, though, it's just opening night. I'm not going to take too much, but DeAndre Ayton, it looks like the old same DeAndre Ayton. Luka looked great. I say that. Luka did look great. Austin Reeves, still, I understand you saying he can't be the number 2 option. I think Austin Reeves proven that he's him. I think Austin Reeves is honestly a very great player, showing it without LeBron last night. And it was good to see Marcus Smart out there. He made a couple shots. He had 9 points. Gonna be interesting to see his role as a Los Angeles Laker. But I'm not gonna take too much from it. It's just game 1 of the season. But should I go to State? We get there.
This is a team that looks like they're missing LeBron, though. Like they can't do it.
I understand, Joe, but it's game 1.
But if you can't beat Golden State, though, and Golden State's not even one of the powerhouses in the West, I would argue. Are they a top 5 in the West?
Top 6, yeah. I'm gonna say. Do I think they'll finish as a top 5 seed? No. Do I think there'll be a top 5 team standing in the Western Conference? Yes.
How about the Lakers?
Right now, they're
not right now, but with LeBron and everyone healthy.
I say a 5 through 7 seed. They're not top 4. They're not top 4.
Yeah, the West is loaded, so we'll see.
The West is loaded.
But yeah, overall, it was a pretty good couple of days off the pod, and we get there with Golden State. We don't get there with OKC, but it was nice to see the NBA back. And then we have a huge slate tonight, so we'll get to that in just a little. But is that it? Can we get into our power rankings?
Yeah, absolutely, Dill. Let's get into it.
All right. Before we do that, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. It is no wonder why Viva was voted number 1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor our tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life. And we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or an elderberry watching Thursday night football. It doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to it. Our top 10 here for going into week 8. So it is our week 7 power rankings. We'll start. You said there's not a lot of movement in yours, so I'm interested to see where we're going. But let's start with number 10. What do you got?
Yeah, I got honestly the same top 10, just a few changes still. So no major surprises, just a new number 1, that's all. At number 10, this team has been winning. They just haven't been that impressive to me. We did see Mika show up, so that was a good sign. But give me the Green Bay Packers at number 10. Still haven't looked great in my eyes. I'm still expecting a little more. Maybe it's just my expectations. Maybe I'm being a little rough on them. But for now, Dill, give me the Packers at number 10.
At number 10 for me, gonna put them back into my top 10. Good win on Sunday night, excuse me. San Francisco 49ers at 5-10. The good win against the Falcons. Kendrick Bourne, he didn't join until week 2. Obviously they have so many injuries, but, he has 25 catches for 385 yards. Outside of Christian McCaffrey, I think he's been one of the most productive players on this offense, especially on the offense. So hopefully we could get Ricky Purcell and, Brandon Ayuk to return at some point. But, I think he's earned an opportunity to keep on this offense. So I like what I'm seeing. I trust the defense with Bobby. I like the 49ers. I'll have them at number 10.
At number 9, they're on a bye week, so they didn't move them up or down. Give me the Buffalo Bills. I'm confident in the Buffalo Bills losing 2 straight, to the Patriots, to the Falcons, in Atlanta. Am I going to overreact over it? No, but losing 2 straight is not a great sign. I do think they'll get right after this bye week, so it's gonna be interesting to see how they come out. I still like the Bills, but for now, give me them at a 9.
At number 9, I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers here. 4-1-1. I think they're a good team. I don't want to use the F word because I don't know if they're there yet, but they have too much talent, too much coaching advantage to barely beat the Cardinals 27-23. So Micah Parsons, he needs to be a little better, and that defense needs to come alive a little better, but I think the run game needs to get better. I'm still not sold on Jordan Love. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm not the highest on them, as you could tell, but I do think they're still a top 10 team. So they're barely in it at number 9.
At number 8, Dill, give me the San Francisco 49ers. Even with the injuries, Dill, they just keep on keeping on. Mac Jones, no Brock Purdy, no Pierce Little, no Brandon Ayuk. George Kittle finally came back. No Bosa, no Fred Warner. Still out here winning games still. Kyle Shanahan, like I said, he's not the favorite. Shouldn't be the favorite, but I think he definitely should be in the Coach of the Year conversation as of now. Give me the number 8 San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, at number 8, excuse me. Give me the Seattle Seahawks. Good win against the Texans on Monday. They're still fighting for that that first place spot in the West. And a guy that surprised me, and we were even watching the game, I think a couple of weeks ago against the Arizona Cardinals, Troy Horton. As a third receiver in an offense that I feel like rarely has 3 wide receivers on the field at the same time. I feel like Troy Horton, he's made most of his limited opportunities. He only has 9 catches for 113 yards in 7 games, but he's turned 3 of those receptions into touchdowns. He's a 5th round pick, and I like him. He returned a punt for 95 yards against the Saints the other week. So I like what he's doing. I know obviously all the publicity and news is going to be on JSN, but they got some guys that will sneak up on you. So yeah, I like this team defensively. I think they're good, and I just think they're getting better. Like you said, they're trending in the right direction. So yeah, give me the Seattle Seahawks at number 8.
At number 7, give me the Philadelphia Eagles. Arguably one of their best offensive performances so far we saw against the Minnesota Vikings still. But my thing is, this Philadelphia team is at its best when the passing game is attacking like that, when you got 2 Devontae Smith and AJ Brown heavily involved. But where's Saquon still? I think that's when the Eagles are at their best. When Saquon is doing his magic, and then you could hit him over the top with either Devontae or AJ Brown. So want to see that offense flourish. I want to see Saquon be Saquon like we saw last year. Understand? No Kellen Moore, but Saquon hasn't been the same this year, and I think we yet to see the best version of the Philadelphia Eagles team. So for now, give me the Eagles at number 7.
Yeah, at number 7, give me the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, amazing win over the weekend, but it was against the Raiders, who stink. But I think the defense is actually really coming along. Theo Channel, one of their linebackers, he's been really good. I mean, what they were able to do against some of the running backs that they've played against, Jahmyr Gibbs, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, last week, Ashon Gentry. So I just feel like the defense is really coming along. They're getting healthier. We saw Rashid Rice last week. I think the offense is coming along as well. Think they'll be just fine. 4-3. I will put them up as they continue to get better, but they are still 4-3. So I gotta keep them outside the top 5 for just now. But yeah, give me the Chiefs at number 7.
At number 6, give me the Los Angeles Rams. Still, I almost put them at top 5. they're a good team. No Puka, and they still. I'm gonna be honest, they destroyed the Jacksonville 49ers, who I think we both like the Jacksonville Jaguars. They just didn't show up. You got to give credit to that defense, like you said, only allowing 117 points this season. Matthew Stafford, he's been playing like a stud. Devontae Adams, he's been good. Kerr Williams, couldn't get there with the touchdown deal, but he's been solid. Like everything from this Rams team, but that defense still is really coming along. Give me the Rams at 6.
At number 6, I had to put them down just a little. I know they're on a bye, but give me the Buffalo Bills at number 6. I still need the trade deadline's coming up. I want them to pick up someone, maybe a true number 1, or give Josh Allen some help. I mean, he needs it outside of Khalil Shakur and the tight ends. I know James Cook is having a good season. They need to get better in the secondary. The defense needs help a little bit. So we'll see. They have like so many tight ends. Dalton Kincaid, Knox. They have Jackson Hayes. He's the tight end number 3 on the depth chart. So I don't know. They have so many guys. I trust Sean McVay. I do think Sean McDermott, excuse me. I think he's a good coach, but they need to give Josh Allen some help. So I know I punished him a little bit for putting him down, but there are better teams in my opinion. So yeah, give me the Buffalo Bills at number 6.
Yeah, Dill. Let's go top 5. Give me the Seattle Seahawks at number 5, Dill. Like I said, I think this team is trending up. Sammy D, I can't keep holding it to him. Dill, that's it. This is Sammy D. This might be who he is forever. Who knows? But I think Sammy D is playing great ball. I think that defense still is really coming along. I think Mike McDonald as a head coach is finally finding his stride. Like you said before, Jason might be, well, you consider him the best wide receiver in football. In my opinion, he's playing like it. So I like the dual running back game as well. Dill, I'm high on this Seattle team. Give me Seattle at number 5.
At number 5, we'll stay in the division. I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams. I just think they're a little better right now than the 49ers and Seattle. Still like them, but I also like the running back room. I think Blake Corum is going really unnoticed. Obviously, Karen Williams is the clear RB1, but Corum, he's taking 35% of the snaps a game. He has 41 carries and 193 yards this season. He has 1 touchdown. You know, obviously they don't want to depend on Blake Corum, but he could be productive as a starter if, Karen Williams needs to sit out some time because of an injury or something. So I think the running back room's really developing. And, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, you have a Hall of Famer at quarterback. So I love this team. I think they're a really good team. I was high on them in the beginning of the year. I just worry that they play down to their competition. When they play a bad team, I just worry that they take their foot off the gas, because when they play a good team, they come in locked in. I don't have to worry about that. But when they play like the Jets or someone, it's a classic look ahead. They don't really have to worry about it because they're going to beat the shit out of them. So that's what I just worry. But I like this Rams team. I got them at number 5.
At number 4, give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Honestly, we just saw them get washed on the Monday night stage, but they did it with a lot of injuries. Baker had his worst game of the season thus far. I still think they're pretty good. I still think they're going to run away with the South. Maybe the Panthers got something to say about that, but I still think they're going to run away with the South. I still like Baker. I still love this offense, even without Mike Evans moving forward. If Bucky Irving could come back sooner than later, I think that will improve the running game much. If Chris Conway could come back sooner than later, I think that would be good as well. So I still like this Bucs team. A little bit of injuries, a little concerning, but give me the Bucs at number 4.
Yeah, I got the Bucs at number 4 as well. I had them at 1 last week. I had to drop them a little. It was a tough loss on the road. They're dealing with a lot. Emeka Ibuka, he was out there, but he clearly is not 100%. They lose Mike Evans probably for the rest of the year. Chris Godwin, Bucky Irvington, like you mentioned, but a guy that I've seen and he's been out there and he's been productive. Sterling Shepard. 267 receiving yards, 26 catches, 9 third down receptions. He's good. He made that last second victory catch against Seattle with that grab. So I feel like he's underrated, especially on this team with all the guys that we just named. He goes under the radar. He does a great job blocking as well. And I think him and Baker Mayfield have a good connection. So, I like Sterling Shepard. I would look to him and his props coming up because with all these guys out, they have a really good connection. So, yeah, I like Tampa Bay. I think they'll be fine. It was just a little hiccup in the road. Wait till this team is 100% healthy. This team has so much power, I feel like. Yeah, give me Tampa at number 4.
At number 3, give me the number 1 seed, Indianapolis Colts. Give me Danny Dimes. Give me Indiana Jones. Still, I'm surprised they're 6-1. I'll tell you that. But they're playing good football. I know you said earlier Jahmyr Gibbs is the best running back in football. Jonathan Taylor's playing like it. He's been a monster this season. There's no doubt about it. Like I said, I like the receiving core. It's not like so great, but Michael Pittman Jr., he shows up every now and then. Joshua Downs, Alec Pierce. I still like Adrian Mitchell as well. He doesn't get enough targets, but they're pretty deep there. And then defensively, they're pretty good. They're not great, but they're pretty damn good. Give me the Colts at number 3.
Yeah, at number 3. It probably surprised you, but I got the Philadelphia Eagles at 5-2. Love what I saw from Jalen Hurts, and finally the big games from A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Think they're going to be just fine. I think the defense is figuring some things out with Vic Fangio. And look at what a difference Jalen Carter makes. I mean, him coming back really clogged up that hole. They really weren't able to run the ball. Him and Jordan Davis, they've been monsters as well, especially with Milton Williams leaving to New England. So I like this defense. I think they'll be just fine. And Jalen Hurts, when it comes down to it, I know I mentioned the Rams kind of playing down to their competition. I feel like the Eagles do the same thing sometimes. And when you need a big game from Jalen Hurts, he hears everything. Everybody, you lost to the Giants, you lost to Jackson Dart, comes back and has an amazing performance like that. So I think they'll be just fine. I still think they're a very good team. This is the defending champs we're talking about. I'm going to trust the Eagles. I got them at number 3.
At number 2, give me the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes. The offense might have just had the best day of the season. Patrick Mahomes, it's mid-season because he looks in mid-season form. He looked great. Travis Kelce looked great. Rashee Rice, first game back, looked like he never missed a game this season, The offense is clicking. And that defense just pitched a shutout. I understand it's the Raiders, but divisional opponent, you win by 36 points? That's impressive. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs at number 2. Small chance they won't be at 2 for long.
Hey, Derp, thanks for chiming in. It's not my Mariners. I'm a Mets fan.
Yo, Dylan's a Mets. Dylan is a New York fan through and through. He's a Knicks fan, right? The Knicks big game coming up tonight. We'll get into it a little later. He's a Mets fan, and he's a Jets fan, so he knows pain.
That's on the table for right now. But yes,
bullshit.
Did you see that viral clip of that kid where they asked him how he felt about the game?
Yeah.
I looked at it. I was like, I feel that. Like, I was born into it, and I'm never gonna press my son or daughter to be a Jet fan, but it's hard. Like, it's hard.
Just don't take them to a game. You'll be fine.
Yeah, no, we're not. At least I got the number 1 team in the country, so I got some hope. Number 2, I got the number 1 seed in the in the league right now. Give me the Indianapolis Colts at 6-1. This defense, yes, Jonathan Taylor's playing good. Daniel Jones is playing like an MVP. The wide receivers are looking good. Tyler Warren is a fucking
wait. Did you just say Daniel Jones is playing like an MVP?
Like an MVP, not MVP. I said he was playing good. I said the market doesn't value him like that.
Well, let's wait.
Which makes sense though.
Let's wait. You heard it here first.
I think the defense, honestly, I think that's really been the key. Like, no one really expected this defense to play as good as they've been playing so far. And just like Seattle, they have guys at all 3 levels that make plays. outside of that one slip up on the road against the Rams, who we both regard as a really good team, they didn't lose to no scrummy team. So this is a really good Colts team. I did not expect this year. And Shane Steichen, everyone was talking about him coming on the hot seat this season or entering the hot seat. Yeah, he might get a raise after this season. So
he just needed a quarterback.
Yeah. And who would have thought Daniel Jones was him? So not me, but and then kid, number one obviously is the Detroit Lions. I'll go right into it. I mean, what they did on Monday night against our last week number one in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they just stomped them. I mean, this offense, when they're humming, and that defense is really good as well. Even low-key, obviously, it's Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, but Isaiah Tassal, he's pretty good as well. I know he only gets limited reps, but he's been pretty good as well. So he only has 3 receptions for 54 yards, but 2 of them have been for touchdowns. And we saw that one-handed spectacular catch on the season opener against Green Bay. So he's good too. They got guys everywhere, and Dan Campbell, he's gonna get the boys playing. So I got Detroit at 1.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off your Indianapolis Colts at number 2, Dill, let's not forget, if Adrian Mitchell just crosses the plane, this team might be 7-0 right now. I just got to put that out there, Dill. And at number 1, like I got the Lions at number 1. I think that was just a stellar performance on Monday Night Stage. Jared Goff and company, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon St. Brown. I'd like to see Sam Laporta a little more involved because I do think he's top 10 tight end, but he hasn't been as productive as he was his rookie season. So I love everything from this Lions team, Sonic and Knuckles. But Dill, what's making this Lions team special is that defense. That defense is healthy. Yeah. Let's not forget how many injuries they dealt with last season. They dealt with a ton of injuries last night, but all those guys in the secondary are coming back soon. They're coming back real soon. So if their backups played that well yesterday against Baker Mayfield, it's going to be interesting to see when everybody's healthy how that defense flows.
And I think they have a favorable schedule coming up as well. I mean, it's not the easiest, but it's not the hardest either. They got the Titans this week. Then they're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, which I think that they could win that game. Then they play the Falcons at home. Then they go to Arrowhead. That's a very tough game. Then they're home against the Texans, who we're both out on. And then they're on the road against Jacksonville. Entering Christmas, they could have 10, 11 wins already. This is a really good team. Did not expect that. Win total was at 8.5. Did you take the over?
Yeah. I said, no, wait. I think I faded every team in the AFC North because I was like, I might have took the Lions over and I think the Bears over. And I took Packers under 9.5 or 8.5, and I took Minnesota
the Colts,
under.
I mean.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I took them under. With all due respect. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I think I took the under as well, but
yeah.
Honestly, we're not the only ones. We can't be the only ones. Can we? No, there has to be other people. There has to be other people. The one thing I was right was I was like, Daniel Jones is definitely better than Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
I know I'm blind, but kid, I ain't that fucking blind. Let's get into it. Thursday Night Football. We will head out to SoFi. I was just talking about it. Los Angeles Chargers, man, that fucking offensive line stinks. I feel bad for Justin Herbert, but they're laying 3.5 here against my Minnesota Vikings. Minus 178 on the money line, plus 150 for the Vikings. Total is at 44.5. We will start with the sidekick. What are we feeling here for the Vikings? Both teams need a win.
Joe, is it still your Minnesota Vikings?
Yeah.
Are you sure? All right.
Yeah. They're better than the Jets.
I don't deny that. To be honest, I think this is a tough game for each team. Like you said, they both could use a win. Tough loss last week to each side. Give me the Chargers at home to bounce back. Don't get me wrong. I like Minnesota's they're a good second half team. For some reason, in the first half, they're a little sluggish. I'm not sure if you could go into Thursday night in LA after a tough loss and then expect the Chargers not to come out with some fire. That's what I'm gonna go with, though. I think the Chargers are gonna come out with a little more fire, a little more aggression. I like this Minnesota team, but we saw how they like I said, they struggled a little bit at home against the Eagles. Now you gotta go pack it up on a sure week and go to LA. I think it's just a tough spot for Minnesota. So I'll lay the 3.5 with the Chargers. I ended up getting 2.5 earlier to minus 132. But though, if you get 3.5, I'll still lay with the Chargers.
Shout out Adam. He had the ult under for the Colts. They were the team that I was the most wrong about. Hey, not just you, Adam. I think a lot of people.
I think wrong. we all took the under. Honestly, I gotta check my notes.
Check your notes because I honestly
let me check.
I think I took the over now. Now that I'm thinking about it, I gotta go back.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, because did we? I think you took Anthony Richardson to start the season.
Yeah, I said Richardson to start. Daniel Jones will be the starter by week 4 to 6. Because
I mean, you're a half right. He is the starter through week 4 to 6.
Yeah, half right.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now. AFC North, Colts under 7.5 wins minus 120.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I took Jonathan Taylor under 11.75.5. Both looking dead.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm being honest, people.
Yeah, transparency.
Yeah, I took
they might go over it this week. They might get their 7th win.
So I took the under 7.5 at minus 120, and for some reason I took Jonathan Taylor under 11.75. I'll be honest, 11.75 is high for who I thought was going to be a bad team.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to be this good.
No, that's wild.
Yeah, but 11.75 is high. Come on.
Yeah, no,
I ain't crazy for thinking.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck. I kind of like my Minnesota team, but I'm not gonna play it. But I kind of like the +3 in my pocket. They're desperate for a fucking win right now. I just need fucking Carson Wentz to not turn the ball over. Holy shit!
He got named the starter yesterday.
Well, duh. He's not practicing, JJ McCarthy. He's gonna be back next week. So
we'll see.
This is a more of a prop game for me. I think the total is kind of low though. I think the over is the play. If you want to go side or total outside of props, I think the total is the play. I think you got to go over. Minnesota's defense did not look good. We saw what Philadelphia was able to do last week. And the Chargers, they're riddled with injuries as well. They're going to be throwing a lot, and the defense hasn't looked good either. I think both defenses have been suspect, to say the least. What are your thoughts on the total?
I would agree with you, Dill, on the over, because I do like it. I do expect, I'm not going to say a shootout, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a, 20, 28, 24 game. Something like that, So, but this is why I wouldn't touch the over. We saw 60+ points last Thursday night. How often do we see 2 back-to-back Thursday night overs? So you might have the numbers on that. I'm not gonna touch it, but if this was on a Sunday 4:00 game, I would take the over absolutely. But after watching 60 points last week, though, I watch football enough to know we don't see back-to-back exciting games on a Thursday night. That's just I hope too.
I hope so.
But how often does that happen, Joe? You
Not
know
a
this
lot.
better than not a lot.
Not a lot. The unders on primetime for Thursdays have been extremely profitable, dating back to I think the last few seasons. So I'll get the number for you next Thursday. But yeah, I just feel like these two defenses aren't good right now. So that's kind of why I'm leaning over.
And not for nothing, I would say Minnesota's defense is a little better.
Yeah, and that's not saying much.
And that's not saying much.
I think it's a prop game, and that's going to lead us to the prop segment of the week, and that is presented by Props.Cash, the best way to research your player props. Elvis and I have been using Props.Cash for 2 years now, and it has helped us find an edge in several player prop markets on the web or in the Props.Cash app. You'll get quick visual data on player trends, matchup history, and recent performance across every major sports. Clean, reliable stats that make it easier to spot value. Plan start at just $19.99 a month, and right now you can get 25% off your first month with the code DREAM25. That is DREAM25. So download the app, not now, but right now, and sign up with the monthly subscription. Use code DREAM25, and you'll be paying just $14.99 your first month. Level up your prop research today at Props.Cash. Elvis, like I said, I think this is a really a prop game, and I have a few, but I'll lead us off, kid. I'll let you get a little more time to start the streak over, but props have been profitable for me lately as well. I know the first 2 weeks of the season wasn't good, but we're riding a heater as well. Give me Justin Jefferson. Over 26.5 longest reception, and you could get that at minus 110. I mean, he's hit this in 5 straight games, 6 of 7 games this season for him. And the Chargers defense is terrible. They rank 28th in the league against wide receivers. This is an amazing matchup for Justin Jefferson. And like I said, he's hit this in 5 straight. 5 of the 6 games this season, and he's hit this in 8 of his last 10 dating back to last season. And only 2 games against in his career against the Chargers, he's gone over both of these in both of these games. So I love it. I think it's a short number. I even think the receiving yards is short at 82.5. But yeah, give me Justin Jefferson over 26.5 longest reception.
Love it, though. I love it. I expect him to have a big game as well. I have him in one of my fantasy teams, so I wouldn't mind that. I'm attacking the opposite side, though. We saw Justin Herbert. I think he had how many completions he had last week? I forgot the number, but I think it was 38.
It was 35. It was 35.
35 completions, over 50 attempts, over 300 yards still. I think he has 3 straight games over this mark as well. Give me over 23.5 pass completions, though. I think he hit this mark 4 out of his last 5 games. And like you said, the running game is dealing with a couple injuries. I think they're going to rely on Justin Herbert's arm. He's going to get the ball out quick. Give me over 23.5 completions. I say he completes anywhere from 27 to 30 balls, maybe more if needed. I also like his passing yards over, Dill, but my completions over 23.5 is the official play. I like the completions over 23.5. I like the passing yards over 255.5. And then I also might take a sprinkle. Justin Herbert, 300 plus passing yards at plus 240. I think he has a small chance of. First of all, I think they need him to win the game, but I think he also has a possibility of lighting up that defense. I don't think they can rely on the running game without Hampton there, who honestly was coming along. So I think they're gonna rely on Justin Herbert's arm. Give me overpassing completion percentage, completions 23.5. I like the over 255.5 passing, and give me a sprinkle plus 240 at 300 plus.
I like Quentin Johnson. His longest reception over 20.5. He's gone over this in 5 of the 6 games this season as well. The one being Washington, where he went 16 innings at 20.5. It has a great matchup. We talked about the Chargers being a bad defense. They're 28th in the league. Minnesota's 29th in the league versus wide receivers as well. So I think he's going to have a big game, Quentin Johnson. What did we know about him? He loves the deep ball. He loves the 9 route. So 20.5 seems very small for me. So yeah, I'm going to go Justin Jefferson over 26 or 25. Shop around. I got 26, but 25, 26 longest reception. Quentin Johnson over his longest reception as well. I had a few more.
Not for nine. Think about it, though. I like Jordan Addison longest reception over 21.5. We've seen with Carson Wentz connect multiple times down the field. You know, we saw first game back from suspension. I think he got that 70-yard completion. Last week, he caught a bomb for a touchdown as well. So I think over 21.5. I think we're going to see Jordan Addison at least get 2, maybe 3 deep targets, and I think he comes down with 1 or 2 of those.
I also had. I'm trying to look for it on Props.Cash, but I like Justin Herbert longest completion, 36.5 as well. I just think with that defense in Minnesota, they give up the deep ball a lot where he's going to air it out. He's going to have to air it out in this game. And I think we see a nice big gain to Quentin Johnson, like McConkey, and anyone, honestly. So longest completion, it's at 36.5. I like that for Justin Herbert as well. That's about it. Anything else prop wise you see here for this Thursday night game? Hopefully it's a good one, like you said. Yeah, here it is. It's I just wanted to get the number for you. So he's gone over this in 5 of 7 games this season. Only once he didn't was opening night against Kansas City. His longest completion was 33, and against Washington was 29. But 2 straight he's gone over.
Enough for 9. I think those are the 2 games this season where he didn't go over 23.5 completions.
Exactly.
And I think one was at 21, the other was at 23.
So when he versus a bottom defense like Minnesota, who ranked 29th in the league, I think he's going to have time back there, and I think he has to air it out here at home. So, yeah, over longest completion, 35.5. I like that.
Oh, I love it, Dill. Love it.
Yeah, that goes right in hand with yours as well. So, yeah, that's about it. Let's go to the NBA, though. Like I said, 12 games here tonight. Only 2 on Thursday. What do you have here for the live listeners for Wednesday night?
Yeah, I just got 4 plays for tonight. It's second opening night. Not going to go too hard. It's not like I'm going to attack the whole board. So I'm going to give you my most confident plays for opening night. Give me the Brooklyn Nets. Give me the plus 5.5 against the Charlotte Hornets. Don't get me wrong. I don't expect much from my Brooklyn Nets. I am a Brooklyn Nets fan, but who the hell is Charlotte to lay 5.5 points still? Let's just be real. Who the hell is Charlotte to lay 5.5? I like Michael Porter Jr. I like what I saw from the preseason. Cam Thomas, I'm not going to say he's an elite scorer, but we know he could put the ball in the basket. So give me the Brooklyn Nets. I think they can make things interesting. 2 bad teams. Give me the plus 5.5 on the road. Next game. 8 o'clock, New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Bill, I know you're not high on Memphis. I might be a little higher than you, but give me the Pelicans plus 4.5. I think with a healthy Zion, I understand CJ left, a couple of departures, but I still think with a healthy Zion, this Pelicans teams can make things interesting. I'm not saying they're going to be this and that, but healthy Zion, he's going to give you about 25 to 30 a night, and other people could vibe off that. So give me the plus 4.5 with the Pelicans. Late game, Minnesota taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. I like Chauncey Billups in the Portland Trail Blazers, but give me the Minnesota Timberwolves minus 4.5. I think this is just a bad matchup for opening night. I think Anthony Edwards and company are going to have their way on the road. Give me the 4.5 for Minnesota. And then, I'm not touching your Knicks and Cavs game. Don't get me wrong. I do respect the Knicks, but if I had to pick it, I'd probably put some money on the Cavs.
Both teams are extremely injured right now.
Yeah, so if I had to pick, I'll probably pick the Cavs. But I have one player prop tonight. Philadelphia taking the Boston Celtics. The big man makes his return. Hate him or love him. Give me Joel Embiid over 24.5 points still. You know and I know, when this man is healthy, that's a disrespectful number. The man averaged 30-plus points with one leg against the Knicks in a playoff series. We saw it. If Joel Embiid happens to be 75% healthy tonight, he goes over this mark by a mile. Give me over 24.5 points. Joel Embiid minus 112. Like I said, this number is a little disrespectful when he's healthy.
Are you worried about load management to start the season?
Not against the Celtics game 1. Okay. Do I worry about it? Yes, but yeah. I think against the Celtics, he doesn't have a back-to-back tomorrow. I think he goes out there, plays, I'm going to say 25. no more than 32 minutes. I think he
Okay.
gets 16 minutes rest. Yes.
I'm gonna go to your Brooklyn Nets game and Charlotte Hornets. I have a player prop as well. Brandon Miller over 18.5 points. I think this is a very low number, and I think it's a very good matchup. He's fully healthy, and I think he's ready to rock this season. He has a soft matchup, young, inexperienced level Nets team, and I just think he has a lot of opportunities here in Game 1. And I think he has the ability to speed the tempo up too with Brandon Miller. We were high on him in college, covering him. Now playing with Melo, I think Charlotte could beat some of the bad teams. And I think this year the Nets will actually do a good job of tanking. They didn't realize they were actually tanking last season. They started winning a bunch of games in the beginning of the season. So I like Brandon Miller. I think 18.5 was extremely low for Brandon Miller. He was averaging 21 points last season. So yeah, I like Brandon Miller. He is a little inconsistent, so that is what I worry about. Game 1 tonight, I think he should rock and roll. So I'm going to go with Brandon Miller over 18.5 points. I'm not going to touch the Knicks game. I'm just going to watch. Mitchell Robinson's been day to day his whole fucking life. That man is trash. Get rid of him. Josh Hart is out. Cat is out. He's a game time decision. It's weird. He was doubtful. Then an hour later, he was upgraded to.
He's gonna play. He's gonna play.
I don't know if the sportsbook gave me my money back. I gotta log in, but I took his over 37.5 PAR points, rebounds, and assists. He was averaging 39 PAR last year, and we don't have anyone. He needs to play. We don't have a center. Mitchell Robinson is out. Cat, he's banged up, but he didn't play the last 2 preseasons, so he needs to play. Darius Garland is out for them as well. So both teams are banged up to start the season, so it's not going to be a pretty game, I think. But all right, okay, let's go to the World Series. It does start on Friday. Did you watch Game 7? It was
between Sunday night football, so I was able to catch majority of it. I watched it was quiet early on. It got interesting late. It was a great game. It was a good game. Didn't watch all of it. I'm gonna say I watched 4.5, maybe 5 innings of it.
Did you see George Springer home run?
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The crowd was rocking. That's the moment you live for.
Yeah.
As a baseball fan, I understand. If I'm a Red Sox fan, am I a little salty that Red Sox are not there? Yeah, maybe. But what the Blue Jays? That environment, that crowd, hate him or love him, that stadium rocks come playoff time. As a fan, not just a Red Sox fan, to me that's dope.
It was crazy because the bat before that, he got hit in the shin. People were booing him that he was like kind of faking it. Now those fans could boo at home, because karma works in very mysterious ways. He came back and hit a 2-run shot to punch his ticket into the World Series. And now he's going up against an LA team who he is very familiar with. Let's go back to 2017 when he was with the Astros. He won World Series MVP. He had 4 home runs. He was the hottest hitter in the fucking planet last year. So he is phenomenal in the World Series. In 14 World Series games, do you know what this man's numbers are?
He's batting over 400 and 7 home runs, I believe.
7 home runs, 7 doubles, 11 RBIs. He's hitting 339, 456 on base percentage, 839 slugging. This man was built for October. This man was built for October. And I know Vladdy's the hottest player in the planet right now, but George Springer has the most experience out of anyone on Toronto right now, and we'll see how Game 1 unfolds. But obviously they are the favorite. They're going to throw Blake Snell. It's TBD for Toronto right now, but any prediction, any series picks? Like, you have the Dodgers. What do you got?
Still, I'm gonna hit it like I hit the NBA Finals. Still, and hopefully I'm right. I'm gonna go Toronto to win Game 1.
Wow.
Dodgers to win the series. So take the dog if you want. Take the +1.5 and -144. I think Toronto takes care of business Game 1, or at least makes it close. And then I would say take the number when the Dodgers are down 0-1 to win the series. So the Dodgers are on one. I hate to be honest, I'd rather see Toronto win it.
Me too.
But you can't deny how great this Dodgers team has looked through 2 rounds of baseball.
Yeah.
They've been clearly the best team throughout this playoff run.
And sometimes it's you and I know playing the sport. Sometimes it's just the baseball gods that are on your side, because we could go to pitching, hitting, defense. Everything favors LA.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we're questioning that, but sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And I think the momentum might be with Toronto. If you like the game 1 series with the series, that is Toronto to win game 1 and the Dodgers to win the series at plus 320.
I like that though. Yeah, and think about it. LA, any guy that come up any night. Yeah. It could be Ohtani, it could be Freddie Freeman, it could be Mookie,
Max Muncy,
Hernandez.
Kike lives for the fucking World Series, that guy.
Yeah, I was going to say even Kike, and even my boy Tommy Edman.
He'll hit a home run. Yeah. Tommy Edman will hit a home run.
I wouldn't be surprised if, it's always an odd player wins the World Series MVP. Yeah. I think we got to sprinkle something on Tommy Edman, because it's always
He was my pick last year, and he had no shot, but
this year
he might.
Let me get that. Plus 3,500, Tommy Edman World Series MVP.
It's crazy, and I think baseball is so much more fun when we don't have a stake in the series, because you don't have your Red Sox, I don't have my Mets. We could just watch, and hopefully it goes 7 games. Honestly, kid, I like the over 5.5 games. It's chalky at minus 160, but Toronto is good enough where they will take one at home or even steal one on the road. So both of these teams, they just have that fighter mentality, that don't quit mentality. I like the over 5.5 games. I would not touch the Dodgers, though. I understand why they're the favorite, but even minus 1.5 games at minus 116, I don't like that either.
I say wait till after game 1, see what numbers you can get.
I even like a cool prop for this series that I thought, for at least one game to go into extra innings, you could get that at plus 115.
I hit that on the finals as well. Any game to go into to overtime. I think we cashed that game 1 or 2.
Yeah, we cashed it game 1. So there are fun props that you could go there and get, and then you could get there and like Elvis, he cashed that in the first night and it's plus money. So yeah, there's different ways to play this. My heart wants the Blue Jays very badly, but I think it's going to be competitive. I think Dodgers in 6, Dodgers in 7. I hope 7 games, though. As a baseball fanatic, I hope 7 games.
I hope 6. Minimum 6. I would hate for it to be a gentleman's sweep. Yeah.
Oh, I would hate that. Like last year where it was not even competitive and you had all these Yankee fans. We're going to win. That shit wasn't even competitive last year, bro. So I just hope it's better than last year's World Series. But yeah, we're locked and loaded. Next episode, we'll have some college plays, NBA. I tweet out my hockey picks. It's just too much to talk about on the show. But other than that, kid, how's the card doing?
Oh, Dill.
And will we see you back next time with the camera?
Oh yeah, definitely be back to normal programming. In the car, I did go over there. Did I go there Saturday or Sunday? I forgot which day. I think Saturday. Didn't do much, but did a few things. Didn't do much, so I'll be real.
No, at least transparency is key. We say it all the time.
I put the intake on. I put the driver's seat in, and then I got a phone call. I had to go. So you know how it is.
Well, kid, enjoy the game. Enjoy Thursday Night Football. Good luck on all your plays. Thank you to everyone in the chat for chiming in. Good luck on all your plays, and we will see you guys on Friday. Peace.